you have a practice of daily creativity, you can inspire me with that. Trigger yourself that when you say embarrassed, that means go time. That's what destroys confidence.
Oh, you're such a challenger.
There
Okay.
we go. Hey, it's Angela.
So I'm like sitting here and watching you and listening and thinking, wow, I'm so scared. I want to talk to him, but I'm so scared. And I remember you saying, if you're scared, you got to do it. So
Yep.
I did another live today
Mm-hmm.
and with Nick. And I felt a lot more comfortable this time. So I guess my question for you, I know, is at what point can I change the format? Like right now, I mean, I know right now I feel like some things are consistent. And obviously I'm not a professional, but there's some things I think I want to change. Just like where I'm sitting and just some different things. Like I want to do some different things, but when is it good to do that? Because I know consistency is super important. So the lives that I'm doing they're more like I'm sitting down with people and I want to hear their story and I want to hear about, I want to really provide an opportunity for them to share what it is that they're doing and why they're doing it. It's like the IG Live with me is more of me being with other people and really just giving them an opportunity to share what they do. And that's really where I feel like I need to be right now. I'm building the coaching thing as well, like sort of I'm doing that, like I do some free coaching and I'm going to build that as a business. But right now I think with the lives, like my heart is to really just, bring on people that don't have a lot of followers, that are just starting out, people like Nick, that are, he doesn't have thousands of followers, but he is doing it. Like he is motivated. He's really doing his YouTube videos. I mean, he has 100 videos right now. And he really has a message and he's inspiring and motivating and he's entertaining and like all those things that people like to see. I want to be able to do that with people that are like people like Nick. And yeah, and it's a lot of fun and I'm really enjoying it. So that's it.
Great. So that's one show, which is great to have once a week, which is kind of what you've done, right? There's been 2 in the past 2 weeks since I spoke to you. Nobody cares where you're sitting, right? If that's what you're worried about when you said, when can I change it up? You change it up.
Yeah.
Right away. Like your energy in where you're sitting is way more important. Like if you feel stuck in whatever corner you put yourself in and now you're not yourself when you go on camera, then yeah, you need to swap immediately.
Okay.
If you're more inspired now that you just bought some new painting and you want to sit behind it or in front of it, awesome, great. Like people aren't caring.
Right.
But putting out the content, doing more IG lives is where you need to be. If you're looking at consistency, that's what needs to happen more consistently. Not where you're sitting, but the consistency in the output. So having your show is great. Bringing on people's stories is awesome. That's a once a week show. You need 2 more shows.
Okay.
One could just be you with your morning thoughts or your afternoon thoughts, or you come out of a meditation and you share your views. It's just you talking to the camera. And as people come in and ask you questions, you respond to them. And if nobody asks you a question, some people watch the replay and you're still just sharing a gift. I would go on with an intention to say something in the event that nobody shows up and you're just talking to yourself, and at least you've got something to say, not, oh, nobody's here, so I don't know, right? Yesterday I went live in the car while I was driving, and I knew I couldn't bring people in because I'm driving, and I can't even pay attention to the chat because I'm driving. So I just thought, what do I want to share today? What do I want to express? And I just went on a 12 to 15 minute rant. I don't know how long that was when I went on, but I would do that. I mean, I would even do that more than once a week. Whenever you feel when do you feel the most creative or the most like you want to serve and share?
Okay.
But when is that for you?
Usually after I've had some time in the morning to be creative, and then I want to talk about how I've been creative, or just like after I watch, like with you and Mark, like if you guys do a show at 9 in the morning, like after that is when I feel really, I'm a words of affirmation person. Like I love that. I need that. And when I get that, I get that sort of I get motivated by that way.
So that could be its own series. Like it could be Affirmations with Angela. And whatever you're affirming to yourself. The biggest problem with affirmations, people don't do it consistently enough. If you just one day tell yourself that you're successful and you're beautiful and you're healing and you're, whatever you're going through in the morning, but you don't keep it up, it doesn't sink in, it doesn't have an effect. So the idea that I could do it with somebody, hey, here's Angela, I go live. That could be a daily show. Like every day at 8, I'm doing my affirmations. I'm focused right now on the business or success or health or relationships or confidence or whatever. And then as you go through it, I can join in and watch live or on the replay and have somebody kind of be my pal and guide me through it together, right? At least a weekly show, if not a daily show, is Affirmations with Angela. Guiding people after that on a creative path. Like how many people have enough creativity in their life? Not many people. Like everybody needs more creativity, almost. How many people carve out time every day in the morning to be creative? Not many people. People wake up, they stress out, drive to a job they hate and come back and stress out on their husband or wife. That's most people's lives. And so you have a practice of daily creativity. You can inspire me with that. I don't know what creative project you're working on now, but if you're making a quilt, that could inspire me. Not making a quilt, but like that can inspire me to be creative in my life, in my business, right? It's the act of creativity, not what you're creating, right? If you're creating a flower arrangement, I may hate flowers, but I can be inspired by the creativity to then make a new YouTube video or to surprise my wife with a card or something creative, right? So what you want to think about in your shows are, what does Angela do that is different than most people? And then show me. So most people don't create a stage for other people to come on and share their wisdom, which is your weekly show right now. I want to create a stage for you to come on. You've got a great story. I want to shine a spotlight on you and what you're doing. Awesome.
Well, don't you think that would be more of where my focus should remain?
I think that's
instead of trying to do something else and on top of, because I'm already. So you think I should just be on more often and wherever I'm okay.
I think
okay. Well, I'm building the courage to do that. Like just being here and just is.
But this is it. Like, okay, first off, I think actually the interview show is the show that will have the least impact on your business success. Because it's not about you. I want Angela, the thought leader, to teach me something. I don't
know what I don't know. This is it. It's that I'm an encourager. Yeah. Okay.
This is what you're going to end up coaching people on. And maybe your next, so maybe right now the biggest thing you're struggling with is the courage to show up.
Oh, I definitely struggle with that.
Well, great. So, hey, do some affirmations around it.
Oh, gosh. And I think I have, but when it comes naturally, it has to come naturally from me. Like it's not something, like you said, I do need to be more intentional. Because it's there. Okay, it's inside of me.
Just be careful about using has to come naturally with staying inside my comfort zone and only doing things that I know how to do.
All right. Oh, you're such a challenger.
That's why you called in.
Wow.
Right? So you will love giving people a spotlight. I'm not saying end that show. I just think in terms of you being able to build a coaching practice, that's going to be the least valuable thing for you to do. Because if I want to hire you as a coach, I need to see you as an expert in something because you're going to coach me on something. Your ability to interview somebody is great, but it doesn't make me want to hire you for anything. Maybe MC at an event or something, but it's not the kind of gigs that you want. You want people to come and hire you for something else. So if your thing is about helping people become more courageous, then you demonstrate it yourself by doing the things that make you nervous, fearful, terrified. I mean, you're owning it. Even as you started this, you said, I was terrified and scared to raise my hand and come on in, but I did it. A lot of people don't have that kind of 5 seconds of courage to go off and do it. So that's inspiring. You could help other people with that. Like maybe your coaching becomes you help people do the scary thing that they need to do, and you hold their hand while doing it. Maybe for some people it's just getting it on an IG live, and you bring people on to do their first IG lives.
I would love to do that. I think it is more of being here and providing that, because it is very scary, and I know how that feels. And I want to be able to do that. So maybe the coaching thing isn't necessarily what I want to even talk with you about at this point. Maybe it is just how can I expand on the IG lives? Maybe it is, not necessarily building it for, well, it is, I mean, is it building it for business? I don't know. Can I talk to you if it's not building it for business? I really just want to, invest in people and do that and do the scary thing and show them that they can do that. And I don't know, everything is so new. It's
yeah. That's how you build a business.
Right.
It's not only focused on how am I going to make money doing it, it's how do I provide value to people. And when it's on Instagram, it could be at scale, so you can provide value to a lot of people by serving, by helping. If your name is going to be IG Live with Angela, you should be doing a lot of IG Lives, kind of in the name. Right? But in that process, you don't know what's going to hit. Like if you look at my top 10 videos, the first one I did was on Kanye West, just because of my friend Mark Drager, who you mentioned earlier on this call, because he made a post that was against Kanye, and I said, you can learn from Kanye. Even if you hate Kanye, you can still learn from him. And so I did a top 10 rules of what you can learn from Kanye, just as a, Mark, you need to watch this video so you can learn from Kanye. That was it. It was never supposed to be some giant thing. It wasn't supposed to be a series. It was just a one-off video. And then people loved it. And they said, can you do this? And can you do that? It's like, okay, cool. I could do that. I like doing it.
Okay. I hear you.
Right?
I hear you. Yeah.
It's what you love doing with what there's an interest in. So if you're already doing it, right? Like the affirmations, if it works for you, like imagine how many people are suffering with courage or confidence or anything else that you've been through, and they haven't discovered affirmations and they don't know how to do it, and they never get out of the hole that they're in. But maybe in watching your video, they get inspired to say, like maybe this can work for me too. You represent hope for them, that they don't have to stay where they are. So it's a test, right? Like it doesn't mean that you're committing to do a morning affirmations video for the next 300 days.
Okay.
Right? You try it. You see if you like it, and you see if it connects with people. But
that just means like I'm just going to get more and more embarrassed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, more and more. Great.
That's the best. Of course. Yeah. Listen, if you're not doing it, if there's nothing in your calendar in the next month, this is not just for you, it's everybody. If there's nothing in your calendar for the next month that could potentially embarrass you, you hate your life. It just means you're doing the same thing over and over and over. How do you get embarrassed? By doing something brand new that you've never done before. If you're just never doing anything new, you're just staying inside your comfort zone, you hate your life. Like we want to grow. So it's great. Like trigger yourself that when you say embarrassed, that means go time.
Gosh. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. For me, it's scary, difficult, hard. If I tell myself it's scary, difficult, or hard, that means I have to do it. Just because I do scary, difficult. You do embarrassed. You love embarrassing yourself. It's the best.
Well, you're in our head. You're in all of our heads. Like, I know they agree. Like you just, things like that. Like, you are, and it's so helpful though. It's so helpful because you grow out of it. And it's good.
I don't know that you fully grow out of it. I just think you're capable of slaying bigger dragons.
I mean, you don't grow out of it.
You grow with it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So if embarrassment is your thing that you're afraid of, then you should always be seeking out ways to potentially embarrass yourself. I mean, within the confines of your mission and what you're trying to accomplish. You know, like, we're going streaking. Like, that may not be aligned with your mission, what you're trying to do. But if you want to do something, and the reason why you're not doing it is because you might embarrass yourself, that is not an acceptable answer anymore. You have to do it.
I mean, mostly it's confidence. I mean, I definitely struggle with, you know, self-confidence, and then I also find that when I rely on friendships, you know, like when I rely on like my relationships around me, you know, family and things like that, I'm not really getting the support that I thought maybe I would be getting. It's interesting. Like, I am, but not like I thought I would be, you know? I don't know.
Confidence comes from doing difficult things. So the more you lean into things that could potentially embarrass you, the more confidence you're going to get just in yourself that you tried. That, like, you do a morning affirmations video and you're super nervous and scared, but then you do it. That's how you build confidence. Having an idea and then not doing it destroys confidence.
Okay.
So saying, I would love to do that, but whatever reason or excuse, that's what destroys confidence. So you have to lean in to do it just because you came up with the idea. For your friends and family, one, it's typical, like, that's normal. Release some of the expectation. Okay. They're fighting their own battles. They're not doing it to hurt you. You know, they love you. Probably. They're not doing it to hurt. They're not waking up saying, like, how can I screw Angela over today? They've got their own mess.
Yes, they do.
Like, everybody's they've got their own mess that they're dealing with. And so release some of the expectation that they have to be there for you because you are a strong, confident Wonder Woman. And you want to find other people who you can always come back here. You know, Believe Nation is here for you. We're always here to help support. But other people who do lift you up, who do give you energy, you want to try to be around them more and hang out with them more and spend more time with them, but not put it on your friends or your family that they're not supporting you more, because chances are they don't like their life either.
I love my life.
So they hate their life, or they don't like their life that much, and you love your life, and you're the one asking for support, right? In their head, like, I want what you've got, Angela. I'm the one who needs help and support. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So just empathy for them and release some of the expectations and know that they love you. They're just doing the best they can because they're struggling too.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Good luck,
right.
Angela. Looking forward to seeing your live.
All right. I'm going to go get embarrassed. See ya.
Bye. If you have a podcast or interview show and want me to be a guest on it, I have two options for you. There's a link right there next to me. Go click it, and I look forward to being a guest on your show.